Hello, happy Halloween. I'm wearing my Michael Myers shirt, and I've got a guest with me. I've got Chucky here. Now, I asked Chucky to choose a video topic because I wanted to do a video today, something horror related. So I got Chucky to choose that for me, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show all the Peter Cushing movies that I have in my DVD collection. So most of them are horror. There's a few of them that are not, but yeah, I've got quite a large amount of Cushing movies. So let's get started. So it's in no particular order. So I've got this one here, Madhouse, which also has Vincent Price in it. And yeah, my friend got me this for my birthday last month. Yeah, great film, this. There's no disc in here because it's actually in my DVD player. I'm actually watching it at the moment. But yeah, really love this one. And I have the two Doctor Who films, the Dalek movies where Peter Cushing plays the Doctor. So this has both of them in it. And yeah, both of these are great. If you're a Doctor Who fan and you've not seen these yet, I highly recommend them. And this is actually the first time you see Doctor Who in colour. I mean, the first time you see Doctor Who in colour on television was the Jon Pertwee era. But this is in fact the first time when you see it in colour, because these two films were made during the William Hartnell era. But yeah, great films. I need to replace these at some point. These are really old. This is a really old DVD set that I've had this since 2008. So yeah, since I was a kid. And yeah, I probably should upgrade this. I mean, the discs are playable, but they're pretty scuffed. So yeah, I probably should get an upgrade on that. And yeah, I decided to show Star Wars, but he was only in the first Star Wars film, which was New Hope, but that's on this original trilogy set. So yeah, I thought I had to mention Star Wars. And I do love Star Wars. I love the whole franchise. Didn't include Rogue One. I know Governor Tarkin did appear in Rogue One. And it was technically a CGI Peter Cushing, but it wasn't Peter Cushing's voice. So yeah, I didn't include that because I didn't really think it would be fair. And I got this really good set as well, the Peter Cushing collection. There's 4 films on here. It's got And Now the Screaming Starts, which is an Amicus film. And it's got Asylum, which is another Amicus film. It's an anthology film. But Peter Cushing does appears in one of the stories in that film. Flesh and the Fiends, which is it's a Burke and Hare film. And The Hellfire Club, which Peter Cushing's not really in. He's not really the main star in that film. He has sort of like a cameo. He appears in a few scenes throughout, but he's not the main character. It's not really a horror film though, but I didn't particularly care for it. I mean, it was okay. But the other 3 films on here are great and, recommended. And this is a underrated one, Night of the Big Heat. This has Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee in it. And Peter Cushing's role, he only has a small role in this. Christopher Lee plays a starring role in the film. Peter Cushing's got more like a cameo. But yeah, he's killed off halfway through. But yeah, really good movie. The full movie of this is actually on YouTube as well. Just type in Night of the Big Heat full movie and it's on there. That's how I discovered this film, when I watched it on YouTube and saw a copy of it on DVD in CEX, and I thought, yeah, that's mine now. But yeah, great film. Great. It's kind of a sci-fi. It's a sci-fi horror. And I've got The Gorgon, classic Hammer horror. There's Christopher Lee in it as well, although his screen time, he doesn't really have a lot of screen time. Peter Cushing has a lot of screen time though. And yeah, this is actually a DVD-R copy. I'm hoping to get a proper one. But yeah, this is a copy. As you can see, it plays well though. The sound and picture quality on it's actually pretty good considering it's it's a bootleg, but yeah, this takes care of me for the moment. But I hope to get a real copy of this eventually. Because it's a great film. And I'm going to show the Dracula films as well. I've got the first Hammer Dracula film, simply just called Dracula, or Horror of Dracula in the United States. And yeah, this is a classic. And then sequel, Bride of Dracula, which only has Peter Cushing as Van Helsing, but Christopher Lee doesn't return as Dracula. But yeah, it's a good sequel there. And then got Dracula AD 1972, which also has Peter Cushing in it as Van Helsing. And yeah, I really like this one. And the sequel, Satanic Rites of Dracula. This is a... It's a foreign import. I don't... Yeah, I'm not good with foreign languages, so... I think it's Italian or Spanish import. It's in English though. But this was the only copy that was available. And then got the Frankenstein, got the Curse of Frankenstein. Fantastic. And Christopher Lee as the monster, of course. And then the sequel, Revenge of Frankenstein. Pretty good sequel, actually. And then another one, Evil of Frankenstein. These are all Hammer films. And my favourite one, Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. Probably my favourite Hammer Frankenstein film. He's just at his most evil in that one. And I do have Frankenstein Created Woman, but I don't have it individually. I've got it on this set called The Best of Hammer, so yeah, it's on here with a few other films. Yeah, and the only one I don't have Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, which was the last Hammer Frankenstein film with Peter Cushing. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have that one. It's actually quite expensive. And I don't really want to pay too much money for it. I want to wait until the price drops down, and if it becomes if I can find it for a reasonable price, I will indeed get it. And I've only got a few more to show. I've got The Vampire Lovers, which is another Hammer film. This is part of the Karnstein trilogy, and yeah, Peter Cushing's in this one. And then there is 3 movies. I do have all 3 of them, but Peter Cushing doesn't appear in all 3. He only appears in the first film, which was Vampire Lovers, and this one, Twins of Evil, which he plays a different role though. But yeah, he plays sort of like a witch hunter character, and he's quite evil in this film. But he's not really the main villain. He's kind of more like an anti-hero. And yeah, this is my favourite of the trilogy. It's a fantastic film. And the second one, which is Lust for a Vampire, that's great as well, but the reason I'm not showing that one because Peter Cushing's not in it. I think he was going to be, but I think he wasn't available or something. And I do have the movie, but I do recommend all 3, to be honest. And next one I have... This is the Hammer House of Horror, the complete series. I decided to include this because Peter Cushing does actually star in one episode, and that is The Silent Scream, which is my favourite episode of this show. It's a great anthology series. I highly recommend it. And then the last one I have is The Abominable Snowman. It's one of the early Hammer films. Didn't really think much to this one. I bought it a couple of years ago from a convention that I went to in London. It was actually before the pandemic. You know, I went to this convention in London, where I met Brad Lorry, who played Michael Myers in Halloween Resurrection. Remember when I did my Halloween video, he signed my DVD for me. I found this at the convention. I'll probably have to re-watch it, you know. I mean, I think I only watched it once since I bought it, but I will have to give this one a re-watch. But it wasn't bad. It just didn't really grab me like like most other Hammer films do. But yeah, I'm sure it will grow on me. And it's in black and white as well. Because most of the Hammer films, even like the Draculas, the Frankenstein, they were in colour, but this was black and white. Yeah. So that's all the Peter Cushing films that I have in my collection. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think, and I might do some more videos later today, actually. Seeing as it is Halloween, I might do some more horror-related videos. We'll see. So, until then, take care.